This is actually part 2 of a 2-part video. The first part is on George Held 1's channel, so that will be in the description. Oh, hi. I didn't see you there. I'm Ellers, and I've got a George Held 1 here with me today. Isn't that epic?
George Held 1?
Specifically, the George Held 1. Famous YouTuber, famous for eating cereal and being on Yai occasionally.
I'm gonna go to In-N-Out Burger and get a burger and eat the burger.
Twice, yeah.
Roses are red, lettuce is green. The hottest Pixar character is Lightning McQueen.
Adulting is when nobody cares what your favorite dinosaur is anymore. Devastating.
And that's an achievement, right? In our modern age, that's like it's a modern day achievement. Now, that's the kind of guest that I want on the Ellers channel. So, we're gonna be talking about a movie called Doogal. It is very bad. A movie. A whole franchise. The Doogal Magic Roundabout franchise, right?
The cinematic.
The cinematic universe. So there was a cartoon in the 1960s called The Magic Roundabout. It was a French cartoon, stop motion animated, and it was dubbed over for an English dub of it, where they changed the characters' personalities, they changed the plots of everything, they kind of rearranged the clips. That was a long time ago. So then in the 2000s, they wanted to make a film adaptation of it.
Your mission is to help me recover 3 diamonds. If he finds them first, Z-Band will freeze the sun. Time for the big chill.
CG animated, right? Because that was the trendy thing at the time, you know? There's no CG animation anymore these days. Yeah, it doesn't happen anymore.
It's gone.
It's gone. It's not a thing anymore.
Live action.
Animation is dead and we killed it. We've got some thoughts, I think, about Doogal, don't we?
Absolutely.
What is Doogal, George?
Doogal is a 2006 American dub of a British movie that instead of just redoing it with American accents, they redid all the dialogue. I think they cut some stuff out, reorganized some stuff, and they have a surprisingly high-tier voice cast.
Yeah, it's
and
like Whoopi Goldberg, Jimmy Fallon, Chevy Chase, like, who else is in this again? Like, it's a lot of SNL people, notably.
Like a lot of SNL.
Yeah.
Bill Hader.
Bill Hader's in it. Yeah, he's big time SNL. Yeah.
Capital idea.
So do you want to go through Doogal a little bit? There's a dog, and he likes candy. You know.
Yeah.
Big fan of candy. And there's this
Which
girl.
Historically, isn't great for dogs.
Yeah, right. And there's this girl who has a strange relationship with Doogal that I don't understand entirely.
Florence and Doogal. And Florence and Doogal. Doogal and Florence.
So I'm not sure friends is the right word for that dynamic. Like, they're like too obsessed with each other to just be friends, you know?
Yeah, I almost said it during our reaction, but there were a few moments that felt like borderline flirty.
Yeah.
It was like, I don't know how.
I don't know about it, because it is a dog and a human.
This is a dog and a human child.
But the dog is it talks, you know? He's like a person that looks like a dog, right?
I love you, Doogal. I love you too, Florence.
And there's a cast of other wacky characters. Don't forget them. There's Jimmy Fallon Rabbit. That is Jimmy Fallon Rabbit that is always high on something, you know?
Nothing will grow, not even grass.
Okay, people, we got a problem.
He's got a guitar. He sings. He is Neo from the Matrix.
There is no spoon. I train with Morpheus. My name is Neo.
Hey, I'm Steve.
I was like, so this is Neo's persona, right?
Yeah.
Dylan the rabbit is
Dylan
Neo's
is Neo's persona. So there is a like spring guy.
Yes.
Yeah, there's 2 spring guys actually.
You. So we meet again. Indeed.
Do you think they're brothers? Do you think they're brothers or cousins or something?
They must be, right?
Like,
why would you make the villain
he looks just like him.
Yeah.
But he's blue. One of them's red
Yeah.
and one of them's blue.
Yeah, Zebedee is red, Zebad is blue.
Great
Zebedee
names,
is
by
in the
way.
original show, and Zebad is not.
Yeah. Zebad is an OC, a Magic Roundabout OC. He is...
He's a dark, twisted version of Zebedee.
No, literally! That's what he is, though! That's literally what he is.
Shadow the Hedgehog. In the British version, he's like a decent villain. He seems intimidating enough for a villain in a kid's movie.
Uh-huh.
In the American version, he's like constantly cracking jokes, and it's
One
like,
spring to rule them all.
You know, there can only be one spring to rule them all. And I am the Lord of the Spring.
So I have a thing here that is the TV tropes article for the Magic Roundabout. That is the list of shoutouts. The original film, the list is quite short. There are 5 things that they counted as a shoutout. Doogal, it is most of the web page. And I had a breakdown after one of the references. I was like, there's too many. I can't handle it. The Nutcracker, they had too much coal in the tank on the train, and the Nutcracker was like, there's too much pressure, and Zebad was like, yeah, it's pretty intense. Not to get all Dr. Phil on you.
Sir, the pressure! It's too much! Sam, I know. Not to get all Dr. Phil on you, but you need balance in your life, or you just explode.
Zebad fires the Nutcracker. Says,
I remember
as my
this
apprentice, you're fired.
I never should have counted on you in the first place. As my apprentice, you're fired.
Yeah.
Which is a reference.
Who's that a reference to, George? I've never heard of that before.
Joe Biden.
I think the wacky thing about the pop culture references in 2000s animated movies is that kids are not gonna get any of those, right? So the mindset, I mean, maybe some of them, but probably not very. Do you think that I, as a 5-year-old watching Doogal, was like, oh, he made a reference to The Matrix? That's a movie that I've seen a million times. I know what he's talking about. There's some weed jokes in Doogal.
It's all about altitude over attitude, Ermin dude.
Clearly, that was intended for adults, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Doogal, at one point, he's talking to Big Steve the skeleton, who I love. In the British dub, there's no references in that line of dialogue, but Doogal decides, as his disguise, he's gonna pretend that he's,
just a couple of muggles on our way to Hogwarts, here for a pickup from he who must not be named.
It's like, why did that go on so long? The moose. Oh, the moose is awful.
Oh, the moose is so bad. The moose is really
doesn't
bad.
talk in the British or French version of the movie, but they give the moose a voice actor in this one.
Why was he blue again?
Zebad turned him blue. I don't remember. And
Why?
Then I don't know, because he's ice.
And blue is the cold color, as we all know.
Yeah, but here's the thing. So the moose, I think this was the moose's first line of dialogue. The moose walks up to Zebad lying in the snow, because Zebad has just been launched from the roundabout, sniffs him, and then he's like, I didn't know the Blue Man Group was back in town.
Oh, right on. The Blue Man Group's back in town.
In both versions, there's a scene where all these skeletons rise from the dead and attack our heroes. In the British version, they're all just going, yeah, they're making zombie noises,
Uh-huh.
And in the American version, a few things. One of them says, bring out your dead. which is a reference to Monty Python. So, and also there was like a fake version of Thriller playing in the background.
Oh, that's true. I forgot about that.
And then one of them said, Pirates of the Caribbean. And then another skeleton said, hey, I thought we said no Disney jokes. And then another skeleton said, what's up?
Now that was a dated reference in 2006. Oh, God.
Here's Johnny. Someone order ribs.
Bring out your dead! Pirates of the Caribbean. Hey, thought we said no Disney jokes.
What's up?
Oh boy, is it from 2006, right? It's very much a product of its time. It is full of pop culture references.
We should clarify, the British version
Yeah.
is not really a product of its time.
It's actually kind of charming, I would say. The British version is.
Yeah.
It's
but I feel
timeless
like
and
it would-
charming.
Yeah.
The Fearless Warrior couldn't make it today, so we came instead.
I will say though, I feel like I would enjoy the British version a lot less if I hadn't seen Doogal first. If I hadn't seen Doogal first, I would have been like, this movie isn't really for me. It's just
It's for kids.
It's fine.
It's for little kids.
But having watched Doogal first, I'm like, oh my goodness. Oh my god.
So much better.
Oh my goodness gracious me, this is so much better than Doogal.
Soon this whole crazy trip will be behind us.
Behind us!
That's what I said, man.
The thing about the Magic Roundabout, though, the flaw it has, I think, is just it's a little generic. It's, you know, it's a very basic. It's for kids, you know, and I'm an adamant believer in the whole like you shouldn't say something is just for kids because kids deserve good movies and good shows and stuff. You know? But like this is for toddlers, you know. This is for like little kids, I think, and it's like it's okay for it to have a pretty basic plot and you know be pretty simple. When this movie came out, I was 6 years old. The American version, Doogal, and I saw it in theaters, right? I think 6-year-old me deserved better than Doogal. Frankly, I think I deserved much better than Doogal. I was a little kid when this came out. I was the target audience. I remember there was this one scene, the one where Z-Bad like escapes from the roundabout. And it really freaked me out as a kid. Cause like it's totally on accident. Doogal doesn't mean to do it, but he ends up like freezing his friends. He like blows up the roundabout and it spins real fast and Z-Bad escapes and all the kids on the roundabout like get stuck in there. It freaked me out as a kid, gave me nightmares for like years afterwards. It's honestly the only thing I remembered about the movie for years. It's like funny to watch one time and be like, God, why did they do this? But I feel like the more I think about it, the more I'm like, it's kind of sad that this exists. The world could have gone without it existing, you know? And you can say that about any movie, right? But like, this is such a like addendum to a movie that already existed. And that's barely a movie. It doesn't even count, really. Doogal is just nothing. I could make Doogal. I literally could make Doogal. Take some other movie and then like talk over it, and that's all it is. It's this movie,
so
right?
What did we learn? Yeah.
This movie, right? This movie.
I would argue it's bad.
Would you describe it as a 0 out of 10?
On my genuine enjoyment scale, yes. On my ironic enjoyment scale, no.
Final rating for Doogal, I'm gonna give it a -3 out of 10.
I'm gonna give it -6 out of 10.
Yeah, maybe you enjoyed it a little more than me.
It's not a good movie. Doogal,
it's bad.
More like...
Do not go to this movie.
In conclusion, the Magic Roundabout reboot is coming out in 2024.
Oh yeah, we didn't even talk about that. I don't know much about it.
We don't need to.
Yeah, we don't need to.
I don't think
there is a
anyone
Magic
does.
Roundabout reboot coming out soon.
No,
it's based on the stop motion show from France and Britain.
Yeah.
And
there was a show that was the Magic Roundabout that used the designs from this movie.
That's so weird. So yeah, is that the end? I think we covered everything.
So.
Okay, so thanks for watching. I am Ellers. You should go
I'm
check out.
George
Yeah,
Held
go check out George Held One, my good friend, famous YouTuber George Held One.
I've been on Yai twice.
He's been on Yai twice.
And I was on Danebo Exposed once.
Hey, Danebo. Knife. Huh? Ah!
But give George the views. He deserves the views. He really does, you know? Be sure to like and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. Bye.
Dead? Nonsense, Doogal. Everyone knows that after winter, it's time for spring.
Oh, you're still there. Didn't I tell you? Time for bed.